Today, I'm going to be going over my 5 least favorite websites for online arbitrage in 2019. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name is Kris, and today I'm not only going to be sharing with you my 5 least favorite websites for online arbitrage, but I'm going to be giving you my reasons why. And oftentimes I see people covering their favorite websites, but I want to do something different. I want to tell you what websites I tell people to stay away from. And I think sourcing from these websites will result in lost time and or money in the long term. But before I get into the sites, I want to lay down some rules and groundwork so we can all be on the same page. And rule number 1 is this is just online arbitrage. This is not retail arbitrage. So this is not saying that if these websites actually have stores, that going in there for retail arbitrage would be bad. I'm not saying that. Rule number 2 is this is assuming we're reselling these items on Amazon in the United States. So if you were to resell these items on eBay or maybe Walmart.com or maybe on Amazon just in a different country, I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm not saying it's good either. You just need to do your own research. And rule number 3 is this is under the assumption that you are a fairly new seller that does not have access to more limited brands and categories to sell. So now that I laid the groundwork down, let's go ahead and get right into it. Number 1, which is more so a collection of stores, not just one, and that is deal sites that are associated with Amazon. Now, I'm going to get a lot of flack from the online arbitrage community on this one, but just hear me out. These sites I'm talking about include sites like ZonDeals, JumpSend, Vipon, and there's a ton of other ones. And what's happening here is other Amazon sellers, known as private label sellers or people trying to start their own brand, are giving away their products at very high discounts to increase their BSR or bestseller rank, to increase their listing in the Amazon algorithm so it gets seen and more people buy it. Now, whether that works or not, I'm not here to discuss that. But what I am here to discuss is why it's a terrible idea for resellers such as me, you, or anyone else to buy. Now, can you make money doing this? Absolutely. Is it against Amazon's terms of service to do this? Absolutely not. As long as you're buying from a non-prime account to resell, you're not breaking the rules. But just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. And I always like to analyze the risk versus the reward. So what ends up happening here is, and I've seen this happen a lot, and it's going to become more prevalent in the future. Let's say I'm a new Amazon seller. I buy from one of these deal sites and I get on that person's listing. You're only going up against the actual Amazon seller. So you're bringing a lot of unwanted attention to your store. So they can leave you bad seller feedback, which if they know what they're doing, they can make it to where it won't get removed, which if you're a new store, that's extremely detrimental. But the worst thing that can happen is they can buy from your Amazon store, say the item's inauthentic, which it may not be, then they can get someone else that isn't linked to them to buy from your Amazon store, do the same thing. Before you know it, you have 2 inauthentic claims against you and your store is temporarily suspended. This can happen to anyone. This can happen to wholesalers, people who are buying directly from distributors. This can happen to people buying from Target, Walmart, wherever. But what doesn't happen here is Amazon will ask for invoices or receipts. And yes, receipts will help you authenticate your items. But I just don't know if a receipt from JumpSend is going to look as good, or maybe a receipt from Amazon.com is going to look as authentic as possibly an invoice, or maybe just a receipt from Target.com or Walmart.com, an established retailer. So all I'm saying is proceed at your own risk. I think we're going to see Amazon start cracking down on this in the future. I'm not saying so now, but just keep that in mind. Now we're going to get into less controversial sites, and site number 2 is Walmart.com. My biggest problem with Walmart.com is the fact that you can find an item to sell on there and it becomes saturated so quickly on Amazon. So there's a deal on Walmart, everyone buys it, sends it into Amazon, simple economics. Supply goes up, the price goes down, and before you know it, you're selling the item well below break even. And I've seen this happen time and time again, even in more gated categories. Okay, site number 2 is Target.com. Target.com has similar characteristics to that of Walmart. Everyone buys the same deal and sends it into Amazon. I referenced the YouTuber Reezy resells. You can even see this happen in his Nerf gun video where he bought a bunch of Nerf guns to resell on Amazon. The price actually ended up decreasing before all his units sold. And he talks about that in the video or somewhere in the comments. But not only do you have to worry about that with Target, but they're not very reseller friendly. So I've been getting messages from people saying that their prep services are getting flagged by Target.com because Target is very strict on resellers. For online arbitrage is definitely one I would stay away from. Site number 3 is a smaller website, Chewy.com. And Chewy.com is this pet store, amazing site, has some awesome deals if you're buying for your personal use. But the problem with this site is oftentimes orders will get flagged even over a smaller amount, such as 10 units. So I'm telling you this so you don't spend hours going through this website trying to find deals to sell, and you get your order all set up, you place your order, and then your account gets flagged and suspended. You just wasted 3, 4, maybe even 5 hours. And that's the reason why I chose those guys. The last site I'm going to highlight is, there are actually 2, but they have the same reasons. And that's Hot Topic and Thinky. These guys definitely know what they're doing against the resellers. So not only do they limit you on quantity amounts, so I know Hot Topic, they usually limit you at 10 per amount, but they also flag the prep services. I've even put in a smaller prep service and they wouldn't even ship there because it was flagged in their system. And I really do think that this is going to be something we see moving forward. But once again, maybe if you're starting off small and you're very new, maybe it's worth you sourcing from those 2 sites. But if you're trying to scale up and buy more than 10 units, which is extremely common, I think you're just going to waste your time and it probably isn't going to be worth it. So that's it, guys. What do you think? Do you guys agree with my sites that I chose? Is there something I missed? Let me know in the description below. And last thing I want to say is I always do give out a 1-hour free call to someone who likes and comments on every single video. And I'm giving out 2 calls again. I really enjoy talking with you guys right here. Reach out to me on social media and I'd love to speak with you guys. I really do enjoy these calls. It's one of my favorite parts about doing a YouTube channel. So I definitely look forward to speaking with you guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Hey everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. I also have a free Facebook group in the description below where there's a bunch of like-minded people networking. So hope to see you in there.